unexamined life is not worth living. Oh man, know yourself. It's a philosophical quote from Socrates. From when I was like 16, I heard about this quote for the first time while I was preparing for my O-level exams. And my government teacher then would always tell us, an unexamined life is not worth living. No. Students, know yourself. Know what you want to do. Know what you came to school to do. Make sure you are reading your books. Make sure you are preparing for your WAEC exams. And make sure you are preparing for your JAM and your NECO exams. Don't while away time. Don't lollygag. WAEC is not easy. If you fail, you fail. It's not like your school exam. It's harder than that. Make sure you know what you want to be in future. Make sure you know what you want to go and study in university. Think hard about it. That was what that quote was centered all about. And for me, it was nothing more than just a mere quote from my government teacher, and I felt like he was preparing us for the exams. And he would always tell us, this is a quote from Socrates. For some reason, that quote stuck with me for the longest of time. Till date, I keep thinking about it. An unexamined life is not worth living. Oh man, know yourself. I know it's word for word, and I never really applied it to my life. At least I thought I did. What society would tell you and what your parents would tell you is go to school, graduate, get a job, be successful, take care of your responsibility, pay the bills, take care of your parents. And that was what society tells us a successful man should be. And for me and every other teenager out there or young adult, I feel like our life was centered around this belief that you knowing yourself is you going to school, you chasing a career, even if it wasn't really what you wanted to do, but it was you making sacrifices for the bigger picture. To me, that was just all it was. So I read my books when I had to, even when I didn't want to. I wrote my JAM, I wrote my WAEC. I got into uni, even when I didn't want to. 5 years down the line in uni, it was actually 4 years, but Nigeria school, I'd be like when the strikes come, and then coronavirus slowed the academic session down. So yeah, I spent over 5 years in school. I never really felt like I belonged there, to be honest. More like I was just floating in the breeze. I was never too serious about classes. I was never too serious about exams. So don't get me wrong though, I do feel it when exams is coming, man. I have to do my best. I don't want to fail. I don't want to carry over any cost. And that was just what I did, floating in the breeze, thinking, examining the life. I think this is the life I want to live. But I was wrong, man. And I was wrong. I know I'm yapping right now, but this story is very important, so stick with me. It will definitely lead me to the point of this video. While everybody would be like, oh, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a banker. Younger kids then, that's what they would say. And for me, I would tell my parents, I want to be a musician. My mom would be like, I grew up with a single mom. I would be like, shut up. I want to be a musician. Whose kind of rubbish they come out for your mouth? So now what did they talk for maths? Other children, you're telling other children they talk. You say you want to be a musician. Shut up your mouth. And I would sing. I used to sing. I used to write songs, and she would discard my books, my song, like the books I was writing my songs. So she would discard it. I really would not find my book because my mom would maybe keep it somewhere. I would never see it. I don't know if she did that, but after writing songs, I could not really find my songbook. So I assumed she took it away. I don't know if that was true. I never actually confronted her about it or asked her if, But I feel like there's an explanation for that, but I'm not seeking an explanation for that anymore. So, she would say musicians are useless. They are hooligans, they smoke, they're always rascals, and that's what you want to be like. And she would say, even if you want to be a musician, go to school first. Go to school, get your degree, then you can pursue music. That dream automatically died out. Yeah, dream of being a musician died. Not until after uni, I started examining my life. I started thinking, what if I had actually chased my dreams of becoming a musician then? What would have become of me now? Where would I have been in life? Would I have been in a better place? Would I have been happy? And I was not really happy, honestly though. Everybody was happy during sign out. I had to just blend in and smile with it. But I was not happy because this wasn't what I wanted to do. felt like 5 years of my life was wasted. I asked myself, what do you really want to do? I actually wanted to do YouTube. I wanted to do YouTube so bad. I never really had the courage. I never developed the courage. I talked about this on my previous videos. Instead that I was holding myself back, self-sabotaging my own self, allowing social anxiety run my life, allowing what society would say run my life. Then I had to break out from that matrix. I had to break out from that loop. And if you do not break out from that loop, you would never know yourself. You would always be a puppet. You would constantly float in the breeze. Yeah, that was me too. I used to think, I don't think we each have a destiny. I think like we are all just floating in the breeze. Wherever life, we think we do, but wherever life takes us, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm cool with it. That was my mentality then. But what kind of life would that be when you live a long life, and you never actually fulfilled your purpose? You never actually fulfilled your dreams. Your purpose of living, you never fulfilled it. It will be a wasted life, my friend. I'm telling you this right now. It's a wasted life when you live 100 years, 70, 80, and you never actually fulfilled your purpose. But what would be a fulfilled life is you live in 40, you live in 50. I don't know. You might live 70 though. But if you actually do achieve a purpose in life, you chased your dreams, knowing that this is what I wanted to do, and I chased it and I pushed every single day to make this a reality, you would have a more fulfilling life, and that's a life worth living for me. The Socratic method of philosophy focus on ethics, self-reflection, and the pursuit of wisdom. And diving deeper into the Socratic method, it's actually a method that encourages critical thinking and self-reflection to solve problems, to solve personal problems in life. It's basically you searching deep into your inner mind, knowing fully well what is right and what is wrong, and you knowing that for yourself is all that matters. What everybody thinks does not matter. If you know what you're worth, it doesn't matter what people think about you. It's just fuel for you to chase your purpose. And Socratic method definitely encourages that. We've talked a lot, and what this video will be leading to is self-reflection. Let me dive deep and let me open your eyes to see that you are living an unfulfilled life and it's not worth living. I will tell you this, my friend, you are not living a life of purpose if you are not chasing your dreams, if you have not self-reflected and realized, is this what I really want to do with my life? Do I really want to be a doctor? Do I really want to be a nurse? Do I really want to be a banker? Do I really want to be a lawyer? And don't get me wrong though, the part of self-reflection is also knowing and identifying that if you really want to help the sick and you feel like doing that, the purpose of you doing that is becoming a doctor, of course, be a doctor. I was just talking about this on my live video. If you feel like the world is full of injustice and people being criminalized the wrong way, and you feel like you can help, and that way for you to help is becoming a lawyer to fight the injustice, kudos to you, become a lawyer. And if you feel like you want to fight crime, the world is full of murderers, extorters, so many heinous crimes you can think of, and you feel like the best way for you to fight this is becoming a police officer. Cool, become a police officer. That's self-reflection. You know what you really want to do. Whichever state, whichever country you're from, and the political structure is messed up and is not really doing the masses well, and you feel like you really want to make a change, you want to be a politician, cool, go to school, study political science, or run for an election. And that is your purpose in life. That is my point for this video, man. Now, diving into this video, I definitely know it could be thought-provoking and also impactful. It just depends on the kind of individual that's watching right now. And whichever way it goes, I feel like I'm bringing out value. The video will definitely help you, even if you're in denial, even if you try to resist. And now you will be like, okay, you have said all these thought-provoking individuals. Okay, you have said all this. What are the tips? And what tips are you bringing? What value will you be bringing out to the people? I will be stating some practical tips, not really stating it. I'll just explain around some practical tips that would definitely help you in the quest of actualizing your purpose like I did. And I feel like I'm living the best life right now. I love what I'm doing. I love doing YouTube. I'm happy to do YouTube. When I'm editing my videos, it's always a vibe. I feel like it's fun for me. The practical tips is for you to practice self-reflection and introspection. Self-reflection I've explained it already. It's basically you just searching deep into your heart, thinking deep. We avoid thinking things like this because it makes us uncomfortable. In a world where you can definitely distract yourself through the means of social media and your phone, I realized this recently that whenever I'm thinking practically, whenever I'm having a self-reflection about my life, about things that I'm doing that are not right, I just shy away from it. I just find myself searching for my phone. Like whenever that thought comes into my head, like, oh, what are you doing? Is this what you want to be doing? Like, are you sure you are doing the right thing? I try to distract myself from that. That habit just comes in naturally. It's definitely hard to go self-reflection, but it's needed, it's necessary. If you do not take out time to be bored, if you do not take out time to put your phone aside, to go through it, no matter how uncomfortable it might be, if you do not do that, you would never have a clarity in your purpose. You would never have clarity in what you want to do in life, and you will just be floating in the breeze. So, take out time to self-reflect. If you want to know what you should be doing, this is just a tip as well. What is that thing that you do effortlessly every single day? And when you do it, you love it. Is it football? Do you play football every single day and you just love doing it? Are you a diehard fan of football? Do you watch football statics all the time? If that's what you do, that's what you love, that's what you enjoy, then that's what you should be doing. Do you like watching YouTube videos, and when you watch it, you just imagine yourself like, damn, I wish I was definitely doing this right now. Like, I could do this, man. This guy is doing this thing. I can do this now. Even if you're watching me right now, you'll be like, oh, what this guy is saying, I feel like I know it already. I feel like I can do this stuff. That is what you should be doing. So pick up a camera, do it, tie your boots, jog your ball, score the goal. That is what you should be doing. That's just a tip, so to let you know that, oh, this is what you should be doing with your life if you are confused. This tip is just to help you pick out, single out an opinion. And jack of all trades, a master of none. You just have to pick out one thing and focus on it. Work every day, put system in place to help you reach your goal. And speaking of introspection is basically a tool you would have to apply when you are self-reflecting. It's just to help you dive deeper into your own thoughts, your own motivation. Like, what will motivate you to do this thing? What will motivate you to take this step, and what will it lead you to? First, before you start anything, you have to figure out, like, why do I want to do this? What's your purpose for doing it? Are you tired of the life you are living, the life of mediocrity? Are you tired of your job, working a 9 to 5, waking up 6, as early as 6, 5, punching the clock, coming home 8, coming home 9? I don't think the regular 9 to 5 works for most Nigerian jobs. If you go through that process of thinking it, that's definitely your motivation. You knowing that you are tired of doing this, you are tired of living your life how people want you to live it. That's introspection. And then you also think, if I do this now, what will it lead me to? Will it at least aid me to live a comfortable life, a life of financial freedom and literacy? And definitely you're on point on that. That's introspection. And if you are still doubting yourself, if you should take that bold step, if you should chase your dreams, take the likes of David Adeleke, for example, the son of a billionaire, multi-billionaire from Nigeria. Billionaire in dollars, in quotes. If you observe the family tree, there's a family business which every child has to follow. From his testimonies, his parents wanted him to go to school, graduate, and work in a company. He definitely might have been successful in that area, but would he be happy? I don't think so. I don't think he would be living a fulfilled life. If you're not living a fulfilled life, you're living a sad life, you would definitely not be happy with whatever you're doing. It might make the money, maybe not as much as it's making right now. Davido actually brought relevance to the Adeleke family, if you ask me. Every other billionaire family which you do not hear too much about, you don't even know their children, you don't even know how the family background is. But Davido actually brought awareness to the family name, because it chose a different path. And trust me, you choosing a different path doesn't really mean people would support you. They would hate you, society would hate you, society would criticize you, they'll try to pull you down. Your friends, your family, they would not support you. But you have to go against the grain, go against the metrics. You know what you want, chase it. Do not doubt yourself, just like he never did. And now Davido is making impacts in the world right now. millions of people are impacted just from a single song. People sing the song every time and they're happy. He's currently on tour right now, selling out 20,000 capacities. Do you know what it feels like to have 30,000 people? Have you seen 500 people gathered in one place or 1,000 people gathered? Do you know how like large the crowd is? Now imagine 30,000 people. Damn, that is mind blowing. And likes of Whiskey too, likes of Burna Boy, they are making impact in the world right now. They're making Africa proud out there in the diaspora, making the nation proud. At the same time, they're making a lot of money from it. And as well, they are happy. And as well, they're living a fulfilled life. Like Gege said recently, he said, he's really not even after a long life. He just wants a fulfilled life. And I thought about it, man. We actually do think alike, me and Gege. I want to live a fulfilled life. I just don't want to live a long life. At the end, when I'm like 70 years old, I regret my life. I'm like, what did I even use the other part of my life to do? Just wasted my existence. And now there's nothing to show for it. I mean, if you're definitely thinking like me, you don't want that. Now it's your chance. This is a sign for you to start. It's a sign for you to edit that video and post that video. You don't have to have everything figured out. If you do have everything figured out before you start, man, you're too late. You're way too late. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time to plant a tree is today. So what are you waiting for? You've watched videos like this all the time and still you have not taken any bold step to help your life. So make that song, record, stop procrastinating. You don't have time. You don't need more time. You need more focus. And you know, this is just what I have to say for the video. I thought about this and I really had to put it out there. And this video has impacted you in any way. If you've not subscribed, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like and also share the video to other people that would also be impacted from this video. I appreciate you for sticking so far with me. Peace and love. I'm signing out.